I think the fact that I actually have experience in both the corporate environment and the entrepreneurial environment allows me to see the concerns that any CEO would have when they're exporting or they're growing their business, and I can sympathize or empathize with their needs and help them through that process. The greatest thing that I've seen is that exporting is accessible to many, many companies. I think 20 years ago it wasn't as interconnected as we see today as a result of the internet. Everyone can do it, but the flip side of that is that there's much greater competition. I could be sitting here in Wisconsin and my competitors are no longer just down the street. They're in Korea, they're in Japan, they're in Germany, they're in England. I have a much, much more competitive environment. And as a result, I need to react much more quickly, or I have the risk of losing market share much more rapidly than you would have probably 20 years ago. I really think the biggest myth that companies have is that it's not for me. My company's doing well, I don't really need to do that. I think we should look at the other side and say, yes, your company's doing well, but because you're doing well, you need to export. You have a great product, you have great processes, you need to export because you are doing well. I think if I owned a company, I would own a company that produces high-end wooden building materials that I would export to China. Right now there's a huge explosion, as everyone probably knows, in the building of homes in China. And the middle and upper class seek American-made products. They believe that they're safer and that they are well-made. So if we made custom moldings and banisters and different things like that, I believe that would be a good market in China. I think other than planning, there is one, you need to know your country. Two, you need to know how you're going to sell your product. Are you going to use a distributor? Are you going to set up an office? How are you going to do it? And three, you need to know your customer. Do you need to customize your product? Do you need to sell it in a different way? And these three elements, we can help you understand better. At WEDC, we offer a great program called Export Tech, and we will deliver, with your help, the countries that are best for your product and your target customer.